Welcome into another edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Tim McMaster, and stepping into the cage today, a guy who is no stranger to batting cages, all-time Mariners great and current Mariners hitting coach Edgar Martinez. Edgar, thank you for taking some time, taking some cuts in the cage.
Oh, sure. My pleasure. Good to be with you.
All right, fans, you know how this works. You can press that Get in Line button on your screen or on your phone, and you can ask a question directly of Edgar Martinez, or use the hashtag Chatting Cage on Twitter. You can also use the MLB Fans app as well to get your questions in. We're going to start on Twitter. Edgar, the first question is from Two Talking Dom 65. He wants to know, in your second year as hitting coach, how have you progressed as an instructor?
Well, I think the first year it was a learning curve. That was the first time being a coach. Last year I got a lot of help from the other coaches. The second year in spring training, I got help with the coaches now and how to work in my first spring training. But now it's been great. All I have to do is basically work with the hitters and their mechanics, and the other part is getting information for them so they are well prepared.
It's certainly showing up on the field as the Mariners off to a great start to the season so far, Edgar. The great thing about the Edward Jones Chatting Cage is fans get to ask their own questions, and we have a fan on the line right now. Fan, if you can just tell us your name, where you're from, and go ahead with your question for Edgar.
I'm Matthew from New Jersey, and I want to know, what was it like to be acknowledged by Mariano Rivera as the one guy he didn't want to face in a tough situation?
Hi, Matthew. Yes, it was an honor to be mentioned by Mariano. I respect him as a player, as a pitcher, one of the best in the history of the game, as a reliever, and it meant a lot to me. But yeah, he was very tough against me when he counted the most. So it felt really good that he mentioned my name as one of the toughest one.
Yeah, the greatest reliever of all time. That's certainly high praise, Edgar. All right, we're going to go back to Twitter now. And Lime Jime wants to know, what's been the key to success so far this season for the Mariners?
I think this year we have the players are healthy, Cano is healthy. We have a team that is more have a more speed. They make contact, better contact, and we have a plan every game. We have an approach, and we're prepared, and all those things are helping this year.
Yeah, and Robinson Cano having such a good year. You mentioned him. He struggled with some health stuff a year ago, I know, but this year he has been back being the Robinson Cano that people know. We have another fan here, Edgar, ready to go. Fan, if you can just tell us your name, where you're from, go ahead with your question for Edgar.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. For many years, you were a great ball player, and a lot of times you were away from your family. What made you decide to come back to be a hitting coach and to be away from your family again for those months during the year?
Yeah, this time around, after I was around when I retired years ago, we just had a baby. The following year, and opening day, I had a newborn baby in my hands. But then now she's 11. The kids are full-time at school, and my wife is full-time working. So I have a lot of time, by myself. And I knew I wanted to come back to the game. And since the opportunity came, I live here in Seattle. We're not going anywhere. This is a team that I played my whole career. It makes sense to try to work it out now instead of waiting another 3, 4, 5 years, and maybe the opportunity will never arrive to be with this team.
Yeah, what a perfect opportunity to be able to do it with the Mariners, where obviously you had your best days playing the game. You live there to be able to do it there. Such a great situation to be in. We have another fan ready to go, Edgar. Fan, if you can just tell us your name, where you're from, go ahead with your question for Edgar Martinez.
Hey, I'm Jomar Tenga from the island of Oahu. I go James Campbell High School. And I recently got cut from my varsity baseball team, and a lot of it was because of my hitting. So my question is, what kind of hitting drills do you recommend to greatly improve my hitting?
Well, some of the drills that I like to use, they have a purpose. Some of the hitters, they have old habits, and the way I believe you can change a habit is creating a new one. So I do drills. We do drills with one hand. For example, the bottom hand drill. We do drills to release the backside. We do side toss to help the hitter stay inside the ball better. So it's multiple drills that can help for different reasons. So, but I like the tee. I like one-hand drills, and those are the ones that we use the most. After that, we work on approach and plans. That's basically what we work on.
That's great information, trying to help out a high school kid make his varsity team in the future. And we're going coast to coast on the Edward Jones chatting cage and all the way to Hawaii. All right, right now, Edgar, it's time for the EDJ question of the day. And the question today is for you, is the 1995 ALDS versus the Yankees your favorite baseball memory?
Yes, it was. That year, 95, nobody expected us to be contender. The beginning of the year, we were kind of slow, and but things clicks in September, and that was the first time we had a chance to go to the playoffs. We had a great run in September. The whole month of September was a lot of fun. It felt like every game was a playoff from the middle of September, and it just carried over until the end of September. So it was really the best memory of my career, that series with the Yankees.
As we wait for another fan to get locked in here in the Edward Jones chatting cage, and such a great finish to that series, Edgar, with the dash home and the slide. We have the fan ready to go. If you can just tell us your name, where you're from, go ahead with your question for Edgar Martinez.
Yeah, my name's Travis Weatherby. I'm from Duval, Washington. Huge Mariners fan. Edgar, what do you think the biggest strides that our Mariners hitters are making right now that they weren't able to do last year?
I think we have a more balanced lineup. We have a little more speed, contact, and we have a plan. We have an approach, and we're well prepared. Plus, we're healthy. And all those things are helping. The players are very motivated. They come ready to play. And overall, we have very good start. Not only the offense, pitching, defense, everything is going well. And it's been contagious right now.
Edgar, you're known as one of the best DHs, really maybe the guy who put the designated hitter on the map as a full-time position, the way you handled that position. So as we go back to Twitter, Steve Gordon wants to know not Steve Gordon, another one, Dreamcaster88 wants to know, what do you appreciate about what David Ortiz has done as a DH, particularly in his final season here in 2016?
It is amazing. The DH position can be beneficial in a way that you're more rested, but at the same time can be very difficult because you have so much more time to think about your previous at-bats, and that can go against you. What he's been able to do has been amazing. He's been very consistent through the years, and now in his final season, it's really tough when you get into that age where the body doesn't respond that easier. Even your eyes doesn't work the same. It's been impressive, so it's been fun to watch.
One all-time great DH. Speaking about another one, great stuff here on the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. A chance for you to get some FaceTime with your favorite players, and we have another fan ready to go. Just tell us your name, where you're from. Go ahead with your question for Edgar Martinez.
Hi, I'm Liam from New York, and I'm wondering, who's your favorite player in baseball today?
Today, it's been amazing to watch Trout with the Angels. This guy is fun to watch. He can do everything on the field. He played amazing outfield, center field. He can hit for average. He can hit for power. He can steal bases. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and he's only getting better.
Edgar, you mentioned Trout, and obviously a great center fielder right now. As we get another Twitter question in, we're going to talk about another center fielder that you got to see play a lot of baseball. Redline123 wants to know, what was your reaction when Ken Griffey Jr. was elected to the Hall of Fame?
It's always, I knew he was going to get in first ballot. But, when it happens, you still feel very happy to play with Junior for so many years that it was fun to watch his reaction, and I'm looking forward to be there when he's inducted. It's just amazing what he was able to do as a player, and well deserved.
And he will be, he certainly, it'll be a great time in Cooperstown as he enters. Edgar, I want to thank you so much for stepping into the chatting cage. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, thank you.
That's going to do it for another edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Make sure you tune in again next time.